not a lot of action.
Wildfire season in Texas is here, but not everyone is on the same page. The need for a complete plan to protect you. First to 10, Austin's Firefighters Union says the city is running dangerously behind when it comes to preparing for the next wildfire.
A new wildfire plan aimed at improving public safety is supposed to be implemented in January. KXAN's Kylie McGivern breaks down what the delay means for Austin, one of the most at-risk areas for wildfire damage in the country.
Quite frankly, when there's no problem, obviously it makes a very scenic spot.
The peace and privacy that comes with one way in and one way out is also a factor that can quickly become a concern for people like Mike and Diane McKinney.
In a community similar to ours, there was a wildfire.
In 2011, the Steiner Ranch wildfire.
That was a time that really did hit home in terms of the fact that wow, it could happen to us.
Fire Marshal Rob Vire says an international committee developing the Wildland Urban Interface Code Austin plans to adopt is running behind schedule.
So we're looking at around April or May for our part instead of it being in January.
The WUI Code sets standards for everything from managing vegetation to requirements for new development to reduce the wildfire risk.
Working on this code adoption would help design communities that aren't in a one-way in, one-way out deal.
We are way behind.
Bob Nix, president of the Austin Firefighters Association, says this is a big deal.
We're not prepared. It's been my experience that when the fires are burning, there's a lot of interest. When the fires go out, the interest wanes. We're behind on getting the WUI Code implemented. We're behind in identifying these most hazardous areas and doing something about it.
According to the city's own timeline, wildfire risk maps were supposed to be done in March. We just learned today they were completed in June, but have not yet gone to City Council for approval.
You become safe over time by mitigating fuels, by having the right codes, and making sure that when that big event comes, you're ready for it.
So communities don't house the same risks as neighborhoods like this. We also learned Austin's wildfire division is taking a hit. The fire marshal tells us because of concerns regarding Austin Fire Department's overtime budget, the department is having to shift resources. 2 lieutenants in the division will take on the job responsibility of 3 until that overtime situation is under control. And Robert and Shannon, at this time, there's no clear answer as to when that may be.
All right, Kylie, thank you very much. And in May, KXAN revealed Austin city workers rake in more overtime than some of the state's largest cities.
And at the top of that list is the fire department. They have racked up nearly 1 million hours in overtime since 2015. AFD told us the problem lies with not enough applicants, mass retirements, and a union contract allowing firefighters overtime even if they have taken vacation in the same period. After our investigation, City Council members asked the city auditor to step in.
Keep in mind, the wildfire risk remains very high in our area. Austin fire officials say it is not a question of if another major wildfire will hit us, but when. A 2015 report found Austin was one of the top 3 areas in the country most at risk for wildfire damage. They identified nearly 36,000 homes that were in danger and faced a very high fire risk. And only a few years ago, back in 2011, wildfires burned 7,000 acres and destroyed 57 homes in Travis County.
Jim Spencer is in our First Warning Weather Center. And Jim, just today, Travis County has declared a burn ban.
Yeah, joining a growing list, Robert. Outdoor burn bans now include Burnett County out in the hill country. Travis County, as you mentioned, added today. Let's go to that map and you can see those counties. Also Bastrop County and Caldwell County, outdoor burning bans in effect. The new drought monitor coming out today too. A growing area of abnormally dry conditions in yellow, and in the tan areas there, that includes Bastrop and Caldwell County, we now have actual drought conditions that have returned. Now